Welcome to the virtual tour of calculator for Eyecryl Phakic range of IOLs. Type www.biotechcalculators.com in web browser. You will be redirected to the Biotech Calculators login page. If you are a new user, click on Sign Up to generate credentials to log in. Sign Up page requires your basic details like name, address, contact details, and preferred ID and password to generate credentials. If you already have login credentials, enter the same at login page and click Login. You will now be redirected to Biotech Calculators homepage. Please scroll down and select Eyecryl Phakic by clicking on it. You will be redirected to Terms and Conditions Agreement page. Please go through the terms and conditions, scroll down, select the checkbox, and click on Agree and Continue. You are now on Parameter Input page. Enter necessary details of the patient as well as of the doctor. Please note that if the age of the patient is less than 21 years, the calculator will cross-check with you through pop-up message. Select right eye, OD, or left eye, OS. Enter required K values with related axis. Now enter subjective myopic refraction ranging between 0 to -25 diopters. Please ensure that you put minus symbol in front of refraction. Enter subjective cylinder ranging from -10 to +10 diopters. If you are putting value for minus cylinder, please ensure that you put minus symbol in front of cylindrical value. Ensure to enter the corneal thickness in millimeters. If you have value in microns, convert it first in millimeters before entering the value. Back vertex distance remains constant. If you have taken white-to-white measurement reading through manual technique, enter it in the left-hand side box. And in case you have taken white-to-white reading through orb scan, please enter it in right-hand side box. Now enter the anterior chamber depth measured from corneal endothelium. In case if the ACD value entered is 3.50 millimeters or more, the calculator will cross-check with you through pop-up message. Click on Calculate to move on calculation page. In case if the cylindrical value is entered in preoperative input page, the calculator will suggest you Eyecryl Phakic toric IOL through pop-up message. In case of 0 cylinder is entered in input page, the calculator will not show any pop-up message and straight away will suggest you Eyecryl Phakic IOL, which is a non-toric version. The patient details as well as the details of the doctor are mentioned on the top of the calculation page. The page shows the model and size of Eyecryl Phakic range of IOL based on white-to-white and ACD values entered on parameter input page. Please scroll down and you will find 2 tables. First table shows details of 5 options for spherical diopters, cylinder of IOL suggested by calculator, expected residual sphere, expected residual cylinder, expected spherical equivalent, and axis of residual cylinder. Second table shows pre-selected value of cylinder of suggested IOL. You can change the cylinder. However, it is recommended to continue with suggested cylinder. In case if you prefer to change the cylinder, we recommend keeping it as equal to or less than the preoperative cylinder. We also offer the doctor to select a non-toric version of Eyecryl Phakic range. For this, you need to click on the checkbox for Select Phakic Lens, which will shift you to non-toric version, where after the surgery, preoperative cylinder would remain uncorrected. In case of toric or non-toric versions, select diopter of the IOL based on patient's post-surgery visual requirements. The bottom of the page contains patient's preoperative data for reference. Cross-check the parameters before submitting. If you want to recalculate or want to do a fresh calculation, simply click on New Calculation. However, if the details are confirmed, kindly click on Submit to move on to the final result page. The result page contains information like patient details, doctor details, Recommended Eyecryl Phakic range IOL model. Size of the suggested IOL. Diopter of selected IOL, cylinder. Expected spherical equivalent. Expected spherical residual. Expected cylinder residual. Axis of residual cylinder and preoperative parameters for reference. In case of toric version, it also contains pictorial representation for the site of implantation and rotation to place IOL on intended axis. For your convenience, we are providing details of the selected IOL's labeled data at the bottom of the page. Always match it with the details of the label on the box of the IOL to avoid any chances of mismatch. For New Calculation, click on New Calculation. To check available stock for selected IOL, click on Check Availability. Please enter required details and click on Place Order if you want to confirm the order. Please note that the calculation sheet can be printed or saved by clicking on respective tabs of your choice. You can retrieve the calculation on screen whenever you want. Each calculation has its own unique ID, which is mentioned on the top of the calculation page. To retrieve the data, log in on Biotech Calculator and select Eyecryl Phakic Calculator. Click on Old Calculation Data and enter the unique ID. It will retrieve the respective calculation on screen. Enjoy using Eyecryl Phakic range of IOLs. Eyecryl Phakic. Unleash the independence.